Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be cooking some pasta in my style. And just to disclose, this is not going to be traditional in any way. So before any Italians go furious commenting, this is not traditional, this is my own style. So yes, let's get into it, shall we? So what do we have here? So we have some freshly boiled pasta, some Maggi powder, two types. But if you're a normal person, you use salt, and pepper, I guess, for that matter. Two slices of cheese, freshly boiled pasta, obviously. Chicken 65 masala, which is some Indian chicken coating thing. But if you're a normal person, you could just use some chili powder, some milk of your choice, which managed to get low fat this time, so yeah, just use it, and some sriracha. And again, guys, this is not for people who cannot handle spice. So sounds like I'm looking at you, but yeah, if you can handle spicy, yeah, put as much as you want. So first things first, you need some pot like this, and then light it up. I probably should have heated it up earlier. As you can see, just let it sit there for a while. Also, guys, I forgot some butter, as you can see here. So just use some of this butter to put in here once it's all nice and heated up. And I will use flour for this one, but I don't have any flour, so yeah, this would have to do. Or honestly, this will have to do. But if you guys have the flour, oh, it's soon. But if you guys have the flour to do so, please do it. At least do something like an Italian. Don't make them sing it all the time. But yeah, so I guess you wait for a few minutes until, let's say, it's wet. Then wait for it to all dry up, and you're good to go to add your butter. So for butter, usually like an entire slice. Somewhere around here, the butter isn't cut the best, but I use usually this type of butter, but I mean this much butter, but I can probably go a bit more sometimes. I'd recommend you use a bit more butter, even though, oops, I missed that. Okay, that might be a bit big, but hey, it works, alright? So then you see if your pan is heated up. I think just put a bit of butter like this. Also, don't be using my knife like this, but yeah. So it is heated up, so you just splat it in. And make sure your pot is dry. Oh man, how am I supposed to? Uh, okay. Don't be an idiot like me, guys, in the kitchen. But yeah, basically you're gonna get this off. So give me a second, guys. All right. So now that you have your butter in your pan, without any sort of difficulty whatsoever, you just let it melt for a while. Don't put your hand over the stove like this, by the way. That is very not good thing to do. So you let it melt all the way, and while it's cooking, you take up a nugget. Let's say if you're non-vegetarian, take up a nugget piece, cooked or uncooked, chop into fairly thin slices. We'll be using this for later. And now that the butter is melted, add this powder in. Add as much as you would like, as much as you have or like. This one I don't have much, so let's bring in the other one. So here is the other one. So you add it until the thing starts thickening. No, I don't want to add everything because I obviously use this for way more than this. Even though it sounds kind of weird. Don't add this to anything else, guys. Make sure it's cooked before you eat. Don't eat it raw like me. So anyway, once you have it in your pot, yeah, take this thing, whatever you have to stir it up. I don't know what you would call this thing, but stir it up. By the way, this smell is not the best for everyone. Not everyone's gonna like it, but yeah, just let it stir around. Just let it heat up a bit before you add your milk. Oh yeah, guys, my recipe is never consistent. Like never ever consistent. I do with what I have. So what I have here is right now, yeah, like all this. Actually, before you add the milk, I think, yeah, I usually add the nuggets in first. So let it cook up for a while. Then after that, I'll add the milk, and yeah, you guys see. So basically, let it boil for a bit. Now, guys, once your butter is like this, so what time that you throw in your nugget pieces in here? Don't be that aggressive, guys. Don't get yourself out like this. But yeah, basically you throw in your nugget pieces and just stir them around like this. Now for a while, like I do about like a few minutes, like 2 to 3 minutes, so they get nice and like cooked before I add in anything else. So guys, you need to get these nuggets with a nice, like get it nice and cooked. So leave it for 2 to 3 minutes, as I said. You need to let them be separate, so they probably won't stick. I don't know if they would stick, but it'd be nice and separate. So Like here, see guys, so just nice and separate. Make sure it's in a comfortable position, and move it around occasionally. So it might get stuck to the pot if you don't move it. So yeah, just move it around just a bit, so it doesn't get stuck. Once you think your nuggets are cooked enough, add some red chili powder, which in my case chicken 65 powder, just kind of like chili powder, bit adds a bit more flavor. So add a bit of this stuff because we're gonna be adding a bit more later on. So just a tiny flick of that stuff. I don't know if you guys call that a tiny flake, but yeah, then after that you come stir it up again so it gets nice and distributed. You know, maybe you put some of the butter on top of the nuggets, you know, get the nice flavor going. I'm not a chef, guys. This is what I learned through experience, and as always, the recipe does not stay consistent. So this is what I have with. So yeah, this is like basically what I do. You know, look, there's some fundamental basics with what I do, but yeah, this is only one of my one style. I have a different style of pasta. Yeah. So yeah, basically, once you're done stirring, it's time you add your whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Time you add your milk. So you take your milk and then just go in here. Obviously, you gotta hear that fizzing sound. So add quite a bit of milk. So about here in this pot, I don't know how much milk this is. So this is like an 830 milliliter. So about this much of the milk bottle. Think about like a fourth of the milk bottle. So according to my quick math, I think that's around 200 milliliters of milk. I don't know, maybe a bit lesser, like 150. I don't know, guys. I just go with my feeling, you know, gut feeling. I never measure out my amounts. But just for you guys, I'm gonna try keeping it on the screen with my editing, you know, like how much nugget, how much, you know, whatever I add. Nuggets are obviously pretty easy, you know, it's just one piece. By the way, so guys, so once you have your milk in here, you have to let it boil for a few minutes. Okay, maybe not boil, but like let it heat up, and then you add your pasta later on. Right guys, once it's in this mixture, you can add a bit more of this chili powder stuff here. Okay, by the way, guys, if you aren't like that much of a spice guy, then oh my goodness, I keep accidentally tapping that. If you guys are not that much of a spice dude, then you could just add a bit of this, but I prefer to add quite a bit. Why is it out of focus? Okay, yeah, there you go. I prefer to add quite a bit of this stuff on here. Season quite generously. I'm gonna say that's about 2 to 3 tablespoons of this stuff. Again, estimates, guys. I just signed to so 2 to 3 tablespoons of chili powder, maybe one fat tablespoon if you are really like that. So there you go. And in case this is too spicy for you, which I usually add because why this is, it's too spicy for her. Take some sugar, which is this sugar. Let me really quickly taste so I don't mess it up. Yep, this is sugar. So take some sugar, about like a tablespoon of sugar, and add it in this thing. So about this much, as you can see here. I think it's a tablespoon. So you just add it in, so it can balance out the spice. So you get like a sweet and spicy kind of sauce. Once you got all this weird concoction ready, stir it a bit so you can get all the ingredients nice and distributed. Obviously, there are gonna be a few clumps of chili powder everywhere, but I don't think that's anything to worry. You're just gonna get a bunch of clumps in your thing, so you can get a spice explosion at times. But if you guys aren't that much of a spice person, you probably add lesser, so that wouldn't happen. I just stir it around, you know, let it sit for a while. It's already quite a heated up, so about this point is where you add your pasta. So you see this pasta over here, so you just take it and then add it gently. This one has been cooked quite a while ago, so it's gonna be kind of sticky. So make sure you don't make a mess like this, guys. Just make sure you don't make a mess like this. You need to take it nice and slow. Make sure your pasta doesn't stick, so that doesn't happen. I'm just an idiot, alright. And make sure not to make a big mess, and you should be able to add this and ignore the one sad nugget piece down there. That's so depressing. So once you got your pasta in, take your just teaspoon of choice or whatever this is, then just declump it. You know, because my mom leaves for her job, she pre-cook this for me. You know, the pasta. You know, I guess I rarely cook pasta by myself, like the pasta itself boiling. So for you guys, I think you would just cook it and then like directly add it, so this wouldn't happen. But if you guys are doing this after some time, then make sure you declump the pasta before you add it in, and not add it in and then make a giant mess and then declump it. And by the way, declumping declumping is what I call it. Basically, you remove the pasta pieces that are sticking together, like this. You give it a nice stir, and once you're sure that it's nice and, you know, the stickiness is gone for most of the pasta, you can't, at least I can't get rid of all the stickiness in the pasta. You let this sit about like 3 minutes in medium high heat, or low medium heat, somewhere around there. I never look out for stuff like this also, guys. I just gun it. So just let this boil for a bit, and yeah. One more thing I forgot to mention, keep stirring it every once in a while. The same as the nuggets in the butter, it's gonna stick if you don't. So yeah, you don't want another sticky situation as we did had just now. You don't want this to happen again. Don't worry guys, I'll clean this up, hopefully. Because this stuff is actually kinda decent, at least for me, it's pretty good. But you just make sure you lightly stir it so it doesn't stick to the pot. Okay guys, what kind of pasta is this? Comment down below. I don't usually keep the name of pastas. So the other one was fusilli. This also wrap piece here. But yeah, anyway, so just keep stirring it for 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure you lightly stir it. Alright, so a minute and a half in the process, you add some sriracha here. Okay, why is my camera not focusing? Yeah, so you just add some sriracha. I'm guessing about a tablespoon of sriracha is enough, so that might be a bit more than a tablespoon. So you just add it in and then mix it up again, as always. Again, this is like not for spice. Like if you cannot tolerate spice, don't add this much. So just, I think for you guys, you just add a teaspoon of this stuff. If you even have this stuff. If you don't have sriracha, then just add some normal chili sauce. Okay, so about 2 minutes into the process, you take one of your slices of cheese, as you can see here, and then you just add in the pasta. Again, don't slap it like that, guys. Just gently put it in. You don't want any kind of injury due to heat. So you just take this, you put it in. Again, you do the stirring. You need a lot of stirring for this. So I'd rather have it like in the hole where the sauce is, so the lighting is not very good. So yeah, you just put it in the sauce. So let it heat up and like stir it around. This is a different type of cheese than what I'm used to. My type of cheese I usually use is quite thick. This one my father got in the rush, so it's okay. So just any kind of cheese like this, sliced cheese. Usually I'll do prosthetic. You guys want, you could use any type of cheese, natural cheese. I'm not that rich to get any kind of natural cheese, so stir it until until all the pieces are evenly coated with some cheese, like some form of cheese, and make sure the solution make sure the sauce is nice and creamy so you can serve it up. So just stir it about a minute like this, continuously stir. And yeah, just make sure to continuously stir so it's generously distributed. I don't know cooking terms, guys, even English. Like, I usually do not script my videos, so yeah, you know just go with it. But yeah, so you should have a consistency like this. Make sure to constantly keep stirring so you get the best consistency possible for your cheese. I mean the pasta with the sauce, Seriously, I'm not a cooking kind of guy, so yeah, make sure you have this kind of stretchiness in the pasta. Not very well focused. And guys, since it's hot, the sauce does still look pretty milky, liquidy, But if it cools down, it should get better. At least from what I've experienced. So about this point is when you add your second slice of cheese. And once you've gently added in this time, actually, instead of slapping it inside the pasta mix, you again do the same thing by stirring it. And as you can see, the sauce is starting to thicken because, I can hear a bit of like the fizzling noise. So you might want to reduce your heat at this point, to like a low heat. So around this, okay, that's even, okay. So about here-ish, because we're gonna serve up pretty soon. So we just put it on the very low heat like this. So if you hear that weird sizzling noise on the bottom, that means the sauce is thickening and like the pasta is touching. You need to stir up the area, so it doesn't stick as much. Guys, if my cooking is not as good as it is, which is already terrible, which is because I'm holding my phone, I don't have anyone else around at home that can help me with this, that I'm holding the camera, so got to multitask. But as you can see here, you need to get this creamy consistency for like the best experience. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like this is pretty nice. and creamy. So once you're satisfied with your stirring, you just start off the stove, I guess, yeah. So you just start off the stove. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it for your pasta. Now you just serve it. Also, guys, before you serve, make sure to clean up the kitchen. Make sure to clean up this mess. This place is way too hot right now, so I'll clean it up later. Hopefully. So you just pack up everything. So you got this milk here, just pack it up. Once you're done chasing your responsibilities, you can just take some of this nice and creamy pasta that I have somehow made. Guys, I'm terrible at cooking. I rarely cook, so surprised I got the skill of doing pasta. And okay. No, so you just take as much as you like from what you made. This one is enough for two servings, at least for me. Two servings for me. So take usually half a the day. So this about my serving size. I could go a bit more sometimes, so just take a bit more. Top it off. So this is my serving size. Again, you guys can do it whatever you like. And by the way, guys, one of the best things for pasta, basically, you keep it from the morning to evening, then you reheat it the evening. It will taste way better. Like not way better. Amazing. Like you add a second layer of seasoning, milk, cheese, whatnot. Just amazing. So guys, once you got your plate of pasta, you obviously need some final toppings. So you use your sriracha from earlier to top it off with this stuff. So for your sriracha, you can put as much as you want, as you can see. Do what the pasta says if you can read it. So subscribe to the channel, guys. So if you guys enjoy my recipe, do make sure to give a thumbs up and whatever nonsense that YouTubers do. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, this is my breakfast by the way. I haven't eaten anything. Say bye, guys.